What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean, and welcome back to another episode of Life of a Game Hunter / Collector. And you have seen it right, the title says it all. The break is over. My little time extent away from YouTube has come to an end. I just wanted to take a little bit of break, get some things caught up around the house, which is done now, so now I can get back to making some videos. So with that said, guys, we got to get a lot of work done today. I got a top loader, we got a test, I have a 72 pin that was sent in for refurb. Who knows what else will get done. I do want to show this little guy off right here. Check this link out. He is extremely bright. Let me turn the lights off and kind of just show you how bright he actually is. Look at that, that is amazing. It looks kind of weird on the phone, but in person it looks absolutely beautiful. I want to put him into the shrine, but I just haven't found a spot for him yet. But until then, that spot will do just fine. So anyways, I'll go ahead and announce the winner to the last episode giveaway. That winner is Ricky Rankin. Congratulations. Hit me up on Instagram to claim your prize. We got a whole bunch of Pokemon and Zelda related pins in here. For everybody else out there, just be subscribed to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below for your chance to win. But anyways, guys, that's enough talk. It's time to get out there. Let's get to work. Alright guys, so here we are. Like I said, we got this pin connector that was sent in for a refurb, and this is actually my old top loader, and it was really more of just a bookend. I don't use top loaders. Honestly, I think they're kind of terrible. Their quality is just not that good as far as picture quality. They only have that RF out. So I decided, why not get rid of it? If it's just a bookend, look at it collecting dust. I want this to go to someone who's going to use it. So, and I'm sorry, the construction out back is crazy. I tried to wait and wait. I took a break for a little bit from YouTube to hopefully they'd get caught up or something. But as you can see, there's nothing I can do about that. So just ignore it if you can. You'll hear beeps and garbles and all sorts of things. So anyways, before we do that, let's go ahead and refurb this pin connector and see what's going on with it. And a lot of people who watch my channel know that I am a big advocator of always refurb them, never buy an aftermarket pin connector. It can be an easy way out, but those aftermarkets do such a terrible job. And I can't remember if he said that he's tried this before or what. Oh yeah, I can see some pins that are bent all around, and it's not perfectly sanded. So what I recommend for this job right here is just a simple you can get this, it's a pick set. You can get them at a hardware store. This is the main one that I use for my for bending these pins up. And I can see that some of these pins, they actually have like two legs on each one, and you got to get them side by side up at the same time. You can't have one overlapping the other. So, and all these are bent in a way. So I'm going to try my best to, I don't know if I can show you this on camera, just kind of give you an idea of how these look. So it was sent in to me to see if we can fix it, which I'm sure I can. This is just something of just readjusting these pins, doing another sanding, and then the boil technique. I can see one of these is actually missing a pin in a sense. But that's all right. You don't need both legs. But the biggest issue I see is just the sanding. There's a lot of crud left on all these, and the paper that I use, this is, I want to say it's a 4. Yeah, this is a 400 grit paper, perfect for this type of job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fix these pins to the best I can, sand them, and go from there. Alright guys, so in order to actually see if we were able to fix these pins, I realigned them. Excuse me, I sanded them. And I'm also going to go boil them down and make sure that all of it's completely clean. I want to test it before I send it back. So here's a nest that I needed to refurb. And actually, before we do that, I'll just put a little marker on here showing you guys that, you know, that is the one that's going to be in this unit. So when we test it. So this one has a power light, which is a good sign. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it to show a picture at all. And if it does, then we know this unit will be good to go once we put the pin connector inside. Alright. Flicker it all. Yeah, we got a flicker. That's a beautiful sign. This game, I'm sure, is completely dirty, but if I can get any bit of picture out of it, I know it'll be just fine. Give it the old blow here. So many people get so upset about blowing into a game, but you know what? They say that it's so bad for it. These games are, you know, close to 30 years old. And look, there's a picture right there. So we know we can get this nest working. And they're still working. I mean, it's not the slamming table. It's not the best thing for it, I'm sure. But even doing what I'm doing, if my game doesn't quickly load, and I'll blow it. It ain't going to hurt me. But of course, I'm not like spitting in that thing. Because in reality, you're not removing any dust. It's just the moisture from your breath. It's just getting a little extra contact on the pins, and it's going to fire that way. Still, probably not the best thing, but at the same time, this is 30 years old, and I have never opened up a nest card where every pin is like rusted, looking disgusting. So anyways, I'm going to open this up. We're going to take the pin connector out of that, and that's all I'm going to do to this one, and just see if it's going to do better results than that one there. So let me go ahead and do that there, and we'll see what's going on. Alright guys, so I just got back from boiling this thing. You see it still has the little scratches on there that I put. Looks a lot better. We're going to put this in here and test it out. And I got this already broke down, so let's go ahead and disassemble it to what we need done. This is the, oh good God. Oof. Almost looks like, I mean it's never been opened. But those pins just look terrible. I almost want to re-plate those with some solder, but we'll see how it does. The reason that I'm not going to be cleaning the shell on this one, and I'm not going to be disabling the lockout chip on this specific unit, is I may have fried my personal NES from a disabled lockout chip. Now I know what you're thinking, like, don't you always disable it? I do. It's got many benefits, except for one. Unlicensed or ROM hacks don't work too well on them, as I found out. There was some I'd always be able to play just fine, but I was playing this one game that I hadn't played. I wanted to try it out, and it was Micro Machines. I put that thing in there, and now my NES is doing some stupid things. It won't load any other game, and you know, just knowing that some ROM hacks, you know, can, or not ROM hacks, but unlicensed games can affect it. I think that was the case on that one, so we're going to leave it disabled, and that way I will put this one in my old one. I'll still disable lockout chips on other ones and have that in the description that it is done, because I do like the benefits of it. But for my new one, I may not. So anyways, I'm going to clean these pins up right here, and we will throw this new one in there and see how it does. So I'm going to bright boy these, and we'll see how well she does. Alright, so I got that cleaned up. Let's go ahead and throw the refurbished pin set in, which is that one because it has the marks. And put this back together and just see if it's going to work, which I hope it does. We're not going to fully put this back together. We don't need to. But we are going to get it together enough to where I can test this thing. I'm only going to put 2 screws, the 2 long ones in. That's going to hold the base down, and it's going to hold that pin connector on for me. Now, I know there's probably some new people watching. Maybe they're all like, you're not really showing me how to do this. Well, this is just to test this NES 72 pin. I have a full in-depth video on doing an NES refurb somewhere in the hundreds of videos that I got. Just type in NES refurb Renebean, you'll come across it. Alright, so that's good to go. Now, this probably ain't going to work if this game is not completely clean, so we do need to make sure that we are eliminating all variables, and one variable being a dirty game. So for anybody who has a nice nest or gets a nest from me, or if they buy one refurbished elsewhere and they're not getting the greatest results, always remember, if your game's not clean, it's most likely not going to work. And this is the best method that I have found for cleaning a game. We got the glob top right here, and this one is dirty, boy. Look at that. Anytime it's Mario of any sort, it's gonna be disgusting. That one is, but the best method that I found, and it's like a $20 buy-in for life, because I don't see myself running out of Bright Boy anytime soon. This stuff works miracles. And that's this right here. I can't remember where I got this. It was like $20 free shipping, maybe Amazon. And I'm telling you, this stuff is some of the best cleaner for games that I've ever used. And there you have it, guys. You can just see the difference that Bright Boy makes. I mean, that's spectacular. I love that stuff. I'm telling you, you can clean up just about anything you throw at it. So let's put this back together and see if she's going to work. Everybody wonders about this thing too, the pivot head screwdriver. You can strip screws very easily, and you'll notice that whenever I screw, I actually am only holding it with enough strength to support the screw, and then you'll notice that the screwdriver actually twists in my hand. When it twists in my hand, that I'm not holding it to where it can strip a screw. I'll kind of show you here. I just put a little bit of pressure on there, and once it starts to twist, I'm done. I don't need to overpower it because you're screwing into plastic. It's not metal. You can strip screws. I have done it with this before I kind of learned the technique of doing it, and you got to be real light with it. Thing works beautifully. Alright, let me go ahead and adjust the camera and see how we're doing on that for looking at this TV screen. That looks about decent, I guess. Alright, we got our power, we got our lights, camera, and action here. Alright, there's that classic white screen. Since we did not disable the lockout chip, let's see if that did the trick. And check it out. We got that 72 pin working great. First try is always what you want. If the game's clean, and you know you've done all the other steps right, it's going to fire up just perfectly. This was the old one that came out. You can tell there's no Mario. I don't know. My subscribers trust me. They know I'm not an idiot on certain things. But I got that one done, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to take this apart and get that mailed back to him. I'm sure he'll be happy to have that back. And I'm going to clean all this up. And let's fire up the old top loader and see if that thing is still operational, because I hope so. Those things are worth quite a bit now. Alright guys, so we got everything here. I got the top loader, of course. The RF, which fortunately I actually got one of these already hooked up into the back of the TV. It just makes things a little bit easier for me. Just to show you what it looks like, I'm sure everybody knows about the classic gray box. Worked for Super Nintendo as well, but that's why I don't like the top loader. It's got better, you know, quality as far as longevity with the pins, but the picture quality is just terrible. And there's no red light. There's mods out there. People mod things all over the place. You know that. But for me, I like to keep things original for the most part, especially with something like this. So I just want to test this, make sure it's still working. We got the classic RF right here. Let's go ahead and plug it up. And the power. I have not fired this thing up in quite some time. I'm hoping it still does what it's supposed to. All right, here's that. Go ahead and get us a controller going on here. When everything had a wire, man. Yeah, there was no worse feeling in the world than when like someone walked in front of your console and then yanked either the console, the controller, or like your dog backwards because it clotheslined them and ripped everything apart. There's nothing terrible about, or nothing more terrible than that. Alright, let's see here. We're going to plug this up. Got anything? Oh yeah, see, I'm so amateur now. RF is going to be channel 3 or 4, but and you know, being originalist, it's going to be channel 3. So you can see we got something like that going on. It better be channel 3. I'm not trying to talk a big game here without proving it. But is it channel 4? What's going on here? Look at that. That quality is not what I remember on that thing. I wonder. Oh, yeah. I think we got a bad box on that one. The quality should not look like that. We are on channel 3, right? Am I mistaken? Yeah, channel 3. That quality shouldn't be like that. I mean, it's bad, but it ain't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out this box and see if I get different results with another box here. So let's see. Alright guys, so I got the new box put in right there. Those RFs can fail over time. Let's see what we got. Hey, we got the classic Mario. Let's see if will it play with the controller. So you can just tell by the grain of it just how it looks. I'm sure the phone doesn't pick up the quality as well. But just the colors, everything about it just seems off to me. Now I know there's people that truly love the top loader. I can't blame them for that. Oh, such a classic, man. Oh, come on now. I'm in front of a camera here. But anyways, that seems to be working as it should. I'll post this up for sale. Probably, I don't know if I'll do Macari. Maybe me and Macari haven't really been on the same page here lately. Maybe eBay. I'll clean it up. And of course, you know, if you're a subscriber, just send me a message if you're interested in it. I do a lot of sales here lately, just privately. More than anything, people just send me a message before even stuff gets listed. I know I got to do some game gears coming up. I had one promised out that I've yet to do. I need to get that one done. A whole lot of stuff going on, guys. I know it's been a while since I've been making a video, but like I told you guys, I needed to take a break. We had the construction going on, and it was just time. Now it's time to be making that money, getting everything back on track. And I got to start putting some more listings up, because between selling local, all the apps, everything else, I got to put at least 20 or 30 a day up on eBay. And I need to get at least like 900 like a week, hopefully. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. If you enjoyed this video, as always, hit that thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously. And as always, guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.